BookTube, it's Lori and I'm back with you here on my channel at Books, Ink, and Paper. And today is a dark and dreary day. It is dark as night outside and the rain and the craziness continues. But today is a special day for me because I'm participating in a channel hop through Victoria Marie Designs as a part of her YouTube masterclass. I just recently completed. I have a few additional things that I can take advantage of in this class, but ultimately this channel hop is our wrap-up special project, and I am so excited to be joined by so many creative, wonderful ladies that were in class with me. I want you to take a look at this video as well as all of their videos if you would, and they are listed in the description box below. So you'll just hop from one to another. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. Some are memory keeping, I think some are maybe reading related, and of course I'm trying to kind of combine the two in the videos that I've done today. So I hope you enjoy this video about acquiring or making simple bookmarks at home. It was my goal to use simple products that you might have around the house or things that you could maybe get easily and inexpensively. So I hope you enjoy it. Take a look.
Okay, today we're going to start by looking at some of the bookmarks that I use that maybe are not the cutest, but they're the easiest for some people. So if you're not into making bookmarks, let me just say you can get bookmarks from your local coffee shop sometimes, especially when they're featuring a new drink. You can get bookmarks when you're at a Comic-Con or another place where vendors are selling their books. You may not want to buy the book, but you can always pick up the bookmarks if you like the way that they look. They usually have a little synopsis about the book on them as well. I have in the past used parking tickets from dance competitions. I have a lot of them every season, and yeah, it just works really well. And I always bring a book to dance. So if your partner or friend doodles and you like the doodles, you might save that forever. I've probably had this little doodle for 10 years maybe. Long time. If you're like me and you occasionally go to trade shows or conferences or something like that, expos, you can get gift or giveaway booths that will give you cute little bookmarks. And the benefit of this is, look, it's a magnet that holds it in place, but also, can you see what can happen here? You could take this off and make a new one of these and have your own bookmark that doesn't have the name of your local hospital. All right, this one is a bookmark that somebody gave me years ago, and it's very, very simply made with a little button and some beads. And so I'm going to show you how you can make one of those. I actually created this one in just a few minutes, just now. I took a button that I had in my stash, some linen thread, and some beads that I had in my stash as well. I've had these beads for a really long time and did nothing with them, and I'm so excited that I was able to use this today to make this little bookmark. So obviously this is going to be easy. So I start by going through my little jar of possible buttons, beads, and tags to be able to use for one of these. I have a little bin of buttons. I also pull some sequins, but I don't end up using them. Linen thread is what I use for this one. And this is Stampin' Up! Thread, but you can use any kind. And you just start by tying a knot at the bottom of the bookmark so that the beads will not roll off. And now I'm actually going to choose, I'm pretty sure I'm going to use that fish, and I do. Wasn't sure which color beads were going to go with it, and I choose the purple and just string them on there. It's pretty easy to string these onto this linen thread. It's pretty sturdy. And then I tried to audition some buttons to see which ones I want at the top. I think for a minute I might want to double up with that green, but that seems more trouble than I want to take. So I start to thread this through all 4 of the buttonholes, tie it in a knot at the join, and you're literally done. Audition it in the book, hangs out the bottom, hangs out the top. Then I decided to make another one. I'm going to tear up this bracelet that no longer, it was one of those tie bracelets. They're too hard to use. This time I used the twine from Fancy Floss, which I think I got at Michael's, and some opaque tags instead of a button. And I have my initials on a bead. You'll see in a minute the lesson learned here. I'm going to have to take this one back apart. But I'm not going to redo this film today. So I start with the J and then the L, and then I realize it's JL and not LJ. So and these beads were really, so I think it was really more the twine. The beads had a very small opening, but the twine also would kind of shred at the top. So I had to cut it a little bit to get it to where I want it to be. Finally got all of those beads on there, and then it was time to take a look at the opaque little office shipping tags. I think those are called. I'm not sure. So I just tie a couple of knots, and again, it's all done, easy peasy. However, when I go to audition it in this book, it looks a little long to me, so I cut off a little bit and remove that twine from the shipping tags and tie it again so it's a little bit smaller, which works just fine for me. And all set. Now I'm going to start with some tag bookmarks. So these are Tim Holtz tags, and I'm using Distress Oxide inks. I will list the colors below: some water, some dye, black dye ink, and the Kelly Perky Harry Potter stamp that I can't remember the name of, an acrylic block, some Tim Holtz round blenders. And I'm going to start with, this is Scattered Straw, but again I'll list these. I use the Distress Oxides purposefully because I'm going to show you in a minute what is different about these than the other Tim Holtz Distress ink. So Distress Oxide is it's a combination of dye and pigment ink. So it blends a little bit differently, and at first I'm thinking, oh, this is my first time using them. I just recently got the whole set. I think that green is pine needles, the blue is chipped sapphire maybe, and the red is festive berries. So my point here, as you saw with the Harry Potter stamp, is I wanted all 4 colors of Hogwarts colors, and so I add water, and that's when the magic happens. When you add the water, the Distress ink reacts to the water, and it just is gorgeous. So I'm going to dry it off now with a heat gun, add a little bit more of the blue just because it got a little washed out, some more water, and drying again. Now I'm going to go to my computer and print out a quote that I want to use on the tag. I don't know why I included such a long period of time for you to see me typing on the computer, but I did. So there's my tag. So it's just a quote from the Harry Potter Sorcerer and the Sorcerer's Stone, and I'm going to clean up my area now, and I'm going to stamp the Harry Potter icon onto a scrap piece of paper to make sure I get a good coverage of that black ink, and I do. So now I will use that black Memento dye ink to stamp on the actual bookmark. I end up making 2 of these at one time because I just decided I needed to, and I kind of wanted to play with the blending a little bit again. I used the floss again from So Easy, and I chose black to coordinate with the black stamped image and bring some of that black in and the black of the quote, which I love. I'm rereading Harry Potter now as a sacred text, so this is perfect for me to use as my bookmark. If you don't know what that is, I'll link the podcast below. Now we're going to do some bookmarks with some paper clips. Now I have to admit these are not my favorite of the ones I did for this video, but I'm including them because they're pretty easy. So I'm going to use some washi tape of different sorts. I'm just showing you the different kinds that you could use for different events, but I'm going to use the spider web because again I can use this for my Harry Potter read. So I'm going to just kind of use one of those giant bookmarks and just line it up and seal it together. This is so simple. Washi tape is so forgiving. If it doesn't stick down right the first time, pull it back up and I push out the wrinkles and I cut off so that it is an even top. And then this is how you make a banner. So you cut straight up the middle and then cut the sides into the middle so you have a banner effect right there, and we're done. And that will obviously clip onto your book page. Now I pull out this yellow washi tape, which is a not quite as high a quality washi tape, and I just fought with it, and you will see I fight with it there, I fight with it on the paper clip, I almost throw it away, and then I think, nope, washi tape is gonna, it's just easy, it's gonna be pretty. So I lay it down, try it again. Now there are some wrinkles in this one, and I don't know why this one wrinkled more than the other one did, but it really did. So I had to cut it pretty low, and so that one is a little bit, not my favorite. Not my favorite, but again, so then I struggle with the banner and I have to mess with that, and I finally get it to where, fine, done. Now I'm going to show you some other bookmarks I've made with paper clips. That's a dollar store sticker, puffy sticker that I just put some felt behind. That's a punch that I glued both punches together. And then I'm going to show you how to do that too. So here's a punch, a circle punch with some scrap paper that I have, and I'm just going to punch out two little circles with that pattern in them. And then I'm going to, and just a regular clip for this size, but if you have a big punch, obviously, you kind of want your design to be kind of coordinating in size with your paper clip. I'm going to use some glue dots because the paper clip is a bit sturdy, so I want to make sure that this isn't going to go anywhere. So I'm going to make sure that the glue is right around that. Glue dots are really amazing, but this is quick dry, Scotch quick dry glue, which is now called something else. And so you can see that all you have to do with that is just put it on your page, and I'm just pushing it down a little bit because I didn't get it really dry. And you can also just use regular paper clips. There's a bow clip there. You don't have to be real picky about it. Now I pull some die cuts. Now you might not have a supply of die cuts in your house like I do. These were from a pocket letter I got from a swap I did, but look at some of these things you can get when you start really searching for 3x5 cards and embellishments and things. So I have cut this really large bookmark and I find nothing that is going to work for that size bookmark. That is just lost in that length of bookmark. And then I see that stack of books, but they're scrapbook titles, and I want to use that for something else. So I end up cutting that bookmark down. And now I'm going to use my tag punch board from We Are Memory Keepers, and I'm not going to love this experience. So you can see I don't have the bottom part. It came apart, so I try to get it back out of the housing, and I pick it up and I mess with it and I twist it around. I finally get it, and then I go to cut the tag and I put it in the little grid, and it cuts the first one, and then I get to the second one. And okay, and then I get to this card, and oh my gosh, look at that. Like I probably broke it. So now I realize they're wonky. So I try to straighten it up with my regular scissors. Nope. Take it to the paper trimmer and get it to where I can live with it. I was not loving that punch board today, and I just got it the other day, and I used it when I first got it. I got it from Tuesday morning. I loved it, but not this time. So it's a short paperback bookmark. So I'm going to just go with these two things. Hello, lovely. And so I'm going to glue that on. I don't know why I'm using so much glue today. Generally, I use a tape runner, but today was a glue day, I guess. And so that is I think that hello is from Heidi's Swap collection. I don't know where that lovely came from because, again, it was gifted to me. I punch a hole for the twine, and I try to look at some red twine, and I'm not feeling it. I pull some enamel dots out, which I am feeling, and the hello looks like it's a different color than the lovely, but it's not. It really, in real life, I think it's just the lighting. And that's where I store my enamel dots too, just so you know. I store them all in these little storage bins I get from Michael. So I'm going to put the black twine on, which I'm pretty happy with. I just think it makes everything pop. And I'm all set with that tiny paperback bookmark, I guess. So there's the end result of all of these bookmarks. I hope you've enjoyed this and that you want to make these at home. Thanks for watching, and join me again soon.
All right, my very first process video ever is complete. You know, when I first started this channel, I really thought I was going to be doing more process videos, and they just seemed like so much work. But I have to say that after taking this class, I really, really think that I might do more of these more often. We shall see. In the meantime, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm so pleased that you are here visiting me today. If this is your first time, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I would love for you to subscribe so that you can get notifications on all of my videos. Yes, there will be a combination of things, and yes, I want you to come back over and over and over again. If you would be so kind as to share it with others, tell others about the channel as well, and like and subscribe and comment on all of the videos that you saw today. These women are so amazing, and I want all of us to grow together and to enjoy this time that we have on YouTube. So until the next time, happy reading. Bye-bye.